Hi guys and welcome to Baam Anime. It's your girl
Ruka
and Big Boy Summer here, bringing you another episode of Tower of God. You know what it is, let's get right into it.
This episode was a huge ass turning point. We saw Baam get a new power, or well, it's not a new power, but it's new to us. We saw him turn himself into Shinsu.
Yeah, I mean, Baam is sick. And
What?
I've been saying this whole time, and I'm all Team Baam, and I've been Team Baam since episode 1.
What?
I'm just saying he's a secret genius, and obviously this is proof of that.
Okay, so Big Boy Sama is like desperately clutching at trying to be right. Okay, you did say he was a secret genius, yeah, but we've both been hating on Baam, and to me that hasn't really changed. I'm still hating on Baam. Just because I've seen him turn himself into Shinsu does not make it really any different for me, because his personality is still the same and I'm not feeling it. So if they decide to just give him like a new personality just because he's got powers, I'm not going to be here for that at all. The only way I'm going to be okay with it is if he gets his memories back and then we can see him as a whole character. I'll be here for it.
Obviously, Ruka doesn't understand how my prophecy power works. I can see episodes into the future, and I'm really the god of shinobis. And all jokes aside, look, we've not seen anything particularly good about him yet, except for the fact that he turned into the pure embodiment of Shinsu, to the point where he just started breaking stuff down. I like this guy, I want to know where he's going, but really and truly the star of the episode for me was Kun. Kun showed me how intelligent and how much foresight he had. Look at his bag, fam. Look at what it did. Like, Ruka, you gotta back me up here, right?
Yeah, I'm here with the whole Kun stuff, but I want to just quickly run back to Baam and him turning himself into Shinsu. We had the sword actually was the one that stopped him and put him to sleep for 3 whole days. So I just want to give some props to the sword. We don't know if he would have been able to stop himself from the destruction. We saw what happened to the crown. I feel like that could have happened to people.
It almost did.
So if the sword hadn't stopped him, he might have just laid waste to everything there and everyone. But you are correct with Kun. He is really just showing up and showing out for me. I am really liking Kun and his growth as a character.
Okay.
Well, you don't think he's grown?
I don't know if it's growth, because I don't believe him. Look, we were told to be wary of Kun from the get-go. He's already had his heart broken by deception from his lover sister, and now he's thrown all his eggs into the basket of Baam. My guy has already shown how deceptive he can be. He's also shown what he can do in the bag, and his whole trick is being one step ahead of everyone else. Maybe he's utilizing Baam and he's going to betray him in the end. That's my prediction, guys. I'm saying that Kun might not be the friend of Baam that we think he is.
I can see why you would think that, and it is really quite valid, but I'm going to choose to believe in Kun and the way that he's acting. Yeah, okay, he could betray Baam in the end, but then what's the point in sitting at his bedside and watching over him for 3 days?
To make sure no one comes in that can disrupt his plan, and to make sure he can get to the tower and his ace in the hole is cool.
But he said that if Baam didn't wake up, only he would be disqualified. He didn't say we would all be disqualified. He was like, you'll be disqualified. So I feel like he could still make it to the tower even if Baam wasn't around. And I don't think he'd be banking on Baam's new power, because clearly he can't control himself.
Black March did put him to sleep, didn't she?
But I don't think anyone else saw that. I don't think anyone else saw the sword like come to life and tell him to go get asked to sleep.
It looked like she knew him, didn't it? Like,
the sword?
Yeah, it looked like Black March knew him before he lost his memories.
I've been saying this from the start, that I think that Baam is somehow related to the king and the top of the tower and stuff like that. Also, Shinsu is in the tower, and when we saw the test where they had to walk through the Shinsu, a lot of people hadn't dealt with it before.
Yeah.
And Renado was the one that said, you're going to have to battle this every day in the tower, yet Baam can turn himself into Shinsu. Like, he's got to be from the tower, like the tower itself. He's got to be from the king or something like that. He's got to be really closely related. I'm standing by that.
You know what? Remember that episode? Like, just a recap. He was so sick. Yeah. That the Shinsu didn't even push him back.
Exactly, because he is Shinsu. How can it push him back if it is what he is.
Yeah, that's true though.
So that makes sense now, the fact that the Shinsu didn't push him back, and I really do still think that he's somehow related to the tower, and I think that's why we had Yuri saying to those people that we don't know who they are yet, that as soon as they see him, they'll know what is so special about him. The sword knew how special he was.
From the get-go, she was happy to be in his hands.
You're a sicko. But my whole point is that they can see something immediately. It's kind of weird that Anak didn't.
That's because Anak is not a real princess. I said it. The other girl said that she wasn't, and I'm starting to believe it. She don't know a lot.
I think that with Anak, she's too ruled by base emotion. And I think that they keep trying to tell us that by, instead of calling her Anak, we've got Kun in particular calling her a lizard. And I don't think that Kun has any kind of negative feelings towards these humanoid characters, because he's shown weird fondness towards Rak, even though he tries to pretend that they have like a little hate relationship going on. But with Anak, he only calls her a lizard. And I think that's because of the whole lizard brain. So you know how they're always saying that, you know, the lizard brain part of you is like the primitive side. It's like the part that's responsible for survival instincts and aggression and fear.
Yeah.
So she's operating on that level, and not the level that humans have evolved with, like your emotions and bonding to other people and animals and stuff like that. She's just operating on that primitive base level. Okay,
that's probably true, but I think it's a case of dog eat dog, where she saw someone weak who had something shiny, and she wanted that shiny thing that she thought she should have, and didn't realise that she was stepping on the tail of a tiger.
Reptilian brain. That's exactly it.
I just want to say how Baam is a bit of a hole of the bottom.
I think I know where you're going with this.
Well, because look, he's the one who got them in this situation where they had to have a bet with Anak. He's the one that forced them to have to play the game in the first place, where, who knows, Kun might have thought it would be more advantageous to not play the bonus game. And then he gets off the bloody throne thing to go and save Rachel and squander the whole team's chances of getting through the tower scot-free without any more pain. What a douchebag, bro.
Well...
What do you mean, well?
I'm not really sure if that would have been the case. They said that you would just be able to go, but then we saw Hang San-yu and their conversation, where Han San-yu said the whole point of the trials is got nothing to do with being worthy and everything to do with people who are a danger to the tower and making sure that they don't get anywhere near it.
True. Okay, right, side note, them two have the best names in anime. Hang Sang-yu and Leroro. Bloody sick. But Hang Sang said that. Leroro was there, but who knows what Hang Sang really means when he speaks, bruv. We don't know nothing. He's a secretive guy.
I think we know enough to speculate, and Hang San-yu has clearly been watching from the very beginning. He was asking Leroro, like, is there anyone that could have posed a threat? Obviously he lied, but Hang San-yu already knew that. When the last group came out, he was the one that was saying, this is when it starts. So he already has some prior knowledge. We already know that he knows a lot about the participants and all the tests, because we saw the other guy, I don't remember what his name is, the one that messed up with his trials, that left only that last group, Rachel's group, alive.
Right.
And Hang San-yu knew all about it, and you could tell by the way he was smirking his little face off. And that's when he came up with this trial. I think he already knows about Baam, and I think he possibly knows exactly who Baam is or what he is.
He also mentioned two other guys like Quant and Urek Manzino, who were two guys who could manipulate Shinsu without a contract.
Against the law of the tower to do so. Hang San-yu clearly is still allowing Baam to participate. Why?
Yeah, what happens if you violate the rules of the tower?
He's already violated it.
He's not in the
by
tower
using
yet?
By using the Shinsu. The trials are to get rid of him and so that he doesn't go anywhere near it. But it's gonna continue clearly. He's gonna obviously get to the tower. So why exactly are they letting it happen? Why did Leroro lie in support of Baam, someone who he doesn't even know.
What makes you think he lied? Maybe he just forgot.
No, he literally said as soon as he left the meeting, oh, Baam definitely poses a threat. He didn't say those exact words, but it was basically the general consensus that, yeah, what Baam did was definitely a threat to the tower. And he kept it pushing like it was nothing. Like, why are these guys so nonchalant? Aren't they supposed to be the protection of the tower? What is going on? And also, I'm side-eyeing Head-On, because Head-On is supposed to be big things in this thing. Nothing happens without his say-so. So why did he let Baam continue? Why did he let him go through?
Because Head-On probably wanted to see the world burn. Who knows? Guys, let us know in the comments what you think.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.
Peace.